Yes, Linda says we need to get healthy before we consider dating or having a relationship. We need to find ourselves and grow in confidence. Yes, and I know that sounds like so cliche. And if you're new to the live stream and to the support group and to all of this, you might think that too. But it's true because truly, like recovering from narcissistic abuse and developing boundaries and all of this, it's truly about figuring out who you are and being okay with that and being unapologetically you. And for a lot of people, myself included, that can really be quite the journey where you realize, oh my gosh, I don't really know what I like or what I don't like, or across the board, not just with people. It's really weird. Like once you start peeling these layers back, you will realize this stuff runs deep. I mean, for me, it was to the extent of like so much of my life was just on autopilot. Like, I had told the story before of cleaning out my closet and being like, who lives here? Like, I don't wear these clothes. It was all of these clothes that I felt like I should wear, or clothes that were like quote unquote good enough. But a lot of them were really ratty, or they were just not my style at all. And then I kind of realized, do I even have a style? And kind of who am I? And what do I really like? And these clothes that I have in my closet, did I buy these because my ex-husband wanted me to wear them, or an ex-boyfriend wanted me to wear them, or who am I? Where is this coming from? And then starting to really look around and getting in tune with who I am. I've mentioned before in other live streams about one thing that really helped me to get clear. And this is going to sound really weird for probably a lot of people, but it really was helpful, is to start like ranking things on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being absolute bliss and enjoyment, and 0 being ice cold, no way, and 5 being somewhere in the middle, like you're lukewarm. And then going around and asking yourself about things that you're not emotionally attached to. It's a much easier to start this process by examining things that you're not emotionally invested in, like friendships or relationships. So asking yourself, about how do I feel about these pillows? Like on a scale of 0 to 10. For me, I really like these. These are like a 9 or a 10. My couch itself is probably like a 3. It's really uncomfortable. So, my dining room chairs, I really like those. Those are probably, I don't know, maybe about like an 8. My bedspread's like a 6. This painting on my wall is like a 9. I really like it. So when you start doing that, it's a way for you to bring that to your awareness of kind of what is enhancing your life and what you're lukewarm about and what you're ice cold about. And then the stuff that's like lukewarm to ice cold, to start asking yourself, like, why do I have this in my life? And it's amazing the answers that you're going to get over stuff like a bedspread or your dining room chairs. It's amazing kind of what drives that. And you can do that with stuff. You can do that with the food you eat. You can do that with the car you drive, or how you drive to work, or the kind of job you have, or dynamics with your coworkers, or in any and all situations, to try to be tuning into yourself and figuring out kind of where are these things on this spectrum and why. Because that's really going to help you to start unraveling things. I love that. Kevin says, Dana, when you ask, you are valuing your opinion. Truth. I love that. That's so right on. Because you matter. I matter. You matter. And so this is your life. You're in the driver's seat. And your opinion really matters because it's your life. And to fully embrace that and to realize Yeah, you know what? You can have, it's totally okay and healthy to have people and jobs and experiences and relationships that enhance your life. So once you get to the point where you realize what a 9 or a 10 feels like, or what a 5 or a 6 feels like, or what a 0 or 1 feels like, once you're really in tune with that, to then start making a conscious effort to go for those relationships and friendships and things like buying clothes that are only a 9 or a 10. And that might sound really harsh to a lot of people because we're so used to being so go with the flow that we were letting in, all kind of people and food and stuff and vacations and or not vacations, or we were doing things, we weren't using a level of discernment. It was like whatever flowed into our life, we just kind of went with that. But when you start going about things consciously and you realize, no, I'm not going to buy clothing unless I love it. Unless it's a 9 or a 10. I'm not going to buy stuff that's like a 6 or a 7 because I'm probably not going to wear it. And I'm not going to feel good in it. So why waste the money? Then you see it for what it is. You're like, this is a waste of money to buy stuff that's not a 9 or a 10. Same thing with food. For the longest time, I used to buy really cheap coffee and really cheap bread. And you know what? It doesn't cost a whole lot more to buy high quality bread and high quality coffee. Little things like that. Or with friendships, I was befriending people that were friendly. This is how I got tangled up in large part with Jack and Steve and a couple of other emotional manipulators in my life. And so with friendships and people, it's good to continually reassess, where is this on my fulfillment scale? And if it's consistently like on average, you know, an 8, a 9, a 10, that's the range that you want to be in. And to figure out, okay, if it's not that, does it have the potential to be that? Can we work on, is it workable? Am I working with a person who has a win-win mindset, that they want to make this a great friendship or a great relationship? Are they wanting to have these open, honest, sincere, solutions-oriented conversations to where we can get to where things are an 8 or a 9 or a 10? Or is it manipulation, denial, gaslighting, abuse, these kinds of things? Because that's not in an 8 or a 9 or a 10. So then you gotta you gotta go. Like, you gotta distance yourself from that.
Lots of love to you guys. You are not alone. You are not crazy, and you really can move forward and heal from this.